Hey guys, my name is Jennifer and I am Jenofeve Designs. Today we're going to do the next layout. I don't know why I'm whispering. There's no reason to whisper. We are going to do the next layout in the album that we're currently making. So we are on the, what are we on, the second fin? We're on the second fin, but we're doing the back side. So we did this part last, and then there was a video in between where we did the distressed gold foiling technique, and then we're going to do this page. So we're going to do this setup here in this album. So this is the Antique Shop scrapbook album. I have a playlist. I'll put it up here on the cards. But before we go on to that, let me see if I've done an update on my School Days album, because remember I'm making I'm making two at the same time, just so you can see the difference. So if you wanted to just use the foundations or any other paper collection for that matter, you can make this exact album that we're currently making. You can make it any way you want to. So yeah, I did. Okay, so this was the last update you saw, and this one is the new one. So I just made the floating pocket and the flip page, the photomat flip insert the same way I made the other one, and there's just a little tuck here of one of the 3x4 cut aparts. The links to the paper collection and the Amazon list and stuff are linked down below, even for this album. Even though I'm not making it with you, I'm making it the same way I'm making the Antique Shop. I don't know if I showed you, that one's the mini check right there. It looks so good with this paper collection. But anyways, and then there's the mini check back there. I didn't put anything on the back of this. I probably should, but I haven't yet. And I didn't put a key here because I have a key in my Antique Shop one. And then here is the flip pocket page. So I did the shades of color, number 11, and then I printed the, oops, sorry. Then I printed the mats for this on top. This is the mini check that I printed on top of the mats, or on top of the shades of color. And then the little booklet is this. The little photo mat booklet. Looks like that. So that is the update on the School Days album. And I'm not sure if I'll have an update in the next video, because this is not the holiday weekend. This is birthday weekend for my family. My husband's birthday is tomorrow, on the day of filming. Not the day you're watching this. My husband's birthday is tomorrow, my son's birthday is the day after that, and then my birthday is on Halloween. So we have a lot of stuff going on this weekend, so I probably won't be able to get updated on that one before the next video. So the links to everything is down in the description box, and if you have any questions if you ever have any questions at all about where things are, just leave me a comment, contact me through Etsy, get in my Facebook group, contact me through there, however you want to do it, but don't hesitate to ask me questions. I'm going to try to be better about answering more of my YouTube comments. Sometimes it can get really, really overwhelming, but I read your comments. I read every single one of them. So I just haven't been answering them. I've been really bad. So, but I'm going to try to start doing that. I'm going to try to get better about it. I just need to set aside some time to read them and respond. I read them usually as they come in, because for whatever reason it shows on my phone when it comes in, but then I don't go back and answer or say thank you, and just believe me then when I say I am thankful for all of the communications, you guys, the thumbs up, the comments, the everything, watching the video, all of that. I'm thankful for all of it. So I just need to spend just a little more time answering the YouTube comments. I may not get to answer all of them. Maybe I might just, I've got a little gnat flying around me right now. It's driving me nuts. I may not get to answer all of them. I might just heart things. But either way, I just want you to know that I am reading them. So, and that's the best way to do it. Okay, so let me show you what I have prepped and ready for this video. and we'll get started. So let me start with the foundations. So we're using the Basically Amazing foundations in the grungy wood is the one that we're using. But I traced the mat for page 7A, which is 54A. I traced the mat onto this cardstock from the paper collection. So we're going to be using this side. So I traced it out, cut it out, inked it up, ready to go. And that's all we're going to need out of the foundations. I'm going to go ahead and put that up. Then out of the Basically Amazing Enchanted, I printed page, hang on, let me put the mats aside here. I printed page 10D twice onto cardstock, and just plain cardstock, plain white cardstock. And we're not going to be using this in this video, but we'll be using it soon in a page setup. So I'm going to set those aside. But for one of them, oh, now I've got a fly. Jeez Louise. For one of them, on this one, I scored all 3 tabs and put tape on all 3 tabs. I haven't chomped the corners yet, but I will. And then on the other one, I took the 2 top and bottom tabs off and I inked up both sides, and then I put tape on this side. So the curved part is on the left side, the tape is on that side, okay? Is on the tab there. So that, oh, and then the mat for one of them is from this paper here. So this is going to be like a continuous design. So there's the mat for one of them, and then the other one is this one here. So I traced it out of this, and then we're going to be using the other part of this paper for an insert, which I think will be the next video. But that's what the back side looks like of that one. So I've already traced those out and cut those out. I'm just trying to save some time, you know, so that the videos aren't so long. So that's all we need out of the Enchanted Decorative Edge. And then out of the Graceful Decorative Edge, I printed page 12A, which looks like this. I printed page 12A onto white cardstock. We're not going to use this in this video, but we will end up using it towards the end of the series, so I'm going to put it aside. And we're going to be using the belly band. So I've already cut it out, inked it up, I've scored the 2 tabs, and I've put tape on the 2 tabs. And then this is the mat that I traced out of this paper, and this paper is from the Flip Flop Ephemera printable. It's one of the full sheets of printable paper. So I love this paper. This design so much. I wanted it to be a background design, but I'm gonna have to do something different. It can't be just this. I have to change it up, but I want it to be a background design so bad. I love it that much. I think it goes with just about everything. So anyway, so I traced that, cut that out, inked it up. It's ready to go. So I'm gonna set this aside for now, and that's all we're going to use out of the templates. That's all I've printed anyway out of the templates. And then there'll be one more thing. So, whoop, 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 just dropped something. This is from a previous page setup. This is 2 pieces that are left over from the, actually it was from the floating pocket, I think. And we're going to be using these 2 in this video. So grab that back out of your stash if you're following along. Let's see. First thing I want to do is I want to make the pocket. So I'm going to put all the mats. No, I'm going to put that aside too. So this is going to be a pocket. This is going to be attached down like this. And I need to do this one really quick. I need to chomp, 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 just like that. And I'm going to fold these over and burnish them. So the little tabs do not overlap. Oh, I guess I'll just leave it sit there. Then I'm going to grab my pokey tool. Oh, I do have an update on something, you guys. I'll get to it in just a minute. Let me erase this 10D right here, just because you'll be able to see it, I think. Okay. So this should fit relatively exact. But, you know, since I cut things out different all the time, and the way you score things and all of that stuff, it does make a difference. But, oh, I did a fantastic job. Go me, pat myself on the back. I did a fantastic job. I was ready for it to be wonky, but it's not. Okay, so now I'm going to take my tape and I'm going to cover that edge because there will be inserts here. And then I'm going to close this up. Alright, let's go ahead and add this into the book. So we're doing the back side. So there's the page that the little pockets came from. This one, we used this part in this video, and then now we're going to use the little pocket, or these little pockets in this video. Alright, so we're going to do the back side of this fin. So this is going to go right here. Oop, I got one more thing. I've got so much stuff sitting out, you guys. I am so tired of reaching over stuff to get stuff because I've got so much stuff out. Working on 2 albums might have been over optimistic, especially this time of year, because this is a very busy time of year for me. Once October hits, it's like non-stop around here. So, okay, so we're gonna attach this down right there, and I'm pretty sure it's crooked, but that's okay. I don't mind a little bit of crooked. Just don't go over the score right there. So we have that ready to go. Now let me show you my update. Let me tell you my update. Let me tell you the update. Let me grab the stuff. Okay, it's the update on the wax burner gift that was sent to me. It is a wax melt burner. That is what it's for. Whoops, one's stuck there. That is what it's for, to melt wax. But it's just not working for wax seal beads. It might work for thinner wax. This is kind of denser wax. I mean, it does what, okay, let me rephrase. It does not work on its stand to melt the wax seal beads. I had 77 beads in here. Oh, I've made a mess. 77 beads in here, and it would not melt. It would not melt there. It would not melt there. I had it sitting over top of that. It would not melt there. And it would not melt here. I sound like a Dr. Seuss book, don't I? It would not melt. None of them were strong enough to melt the wax. What did work was sitting it on the stove top. It melted it quick. Even doing that and then coming over and putting it here, no, it didn't stay melted. It didn't stay melted. It didn't, no matter what I did, it didn't stay melted. So if you want to use something like this, you have to do it at the stove, or if, you know, have something that you can, something like that, like a hot plate or something like that. You have to melt it, not that, you have to melt it on the stove, and then you have to pour. Now, okay, the only bummer part about that is it's okay, but it's not. It's okay and it's not. And I'll tell you why. If you look closely, so this is how much I got out of the 77 beads of wax. I poured it once and things were overflowing like this. So I let them harden, I dried it up, or I put it back in the pot and melted again. So if you look, I'll try it again. So if you look, if in order to get it full, like to get all the bits, you have to overfill it. Because the wax doesn't say liquid enough, long enough to fill all of these little cracks and crevices. Now these are kind of big, I'm not gonna lie, they're kind of big. And even if you don't get the whole thing full, it's still okay. It still looks fine. And I got another tip for you. I should probably do a separate video. It still looks okay. But like for example, this one, you know, this big old chunk over here is missing, right? And then here, this one's got a lot missing. It was just too much. It was too much of a handful. And then this, it's way overfilled. You probably can't tell, but it's way overfilled. But again, you could probably spruce that up just fine. No big deal. But I did want to show you a tip. Well, anyway, I won't be using this unless you're mass making a bunch of things. I won't be using this for this purpose, if that makes sense. I'll just do them, I'll just do this. If I need to make one of these into a wax seal, I'll just use my bigger spoon here and this, and it'll melt it and it'll be fine. Now I'll show you one more tip. So you see how it's real matte looking. And that's not a good, well, is it? Nope, that's not the same one. Let me show you the same one. And you see how this one's shinier. So this one's real matte and this one's shiny. I know the colors are different, but you see how there's a shine over here. And on a real wax seal, it will be shiny. It'll be shiny. So these, when you put them in the mold, they don't come out shiny. So take a lighter and just go over top and just melt it just ever so slightly. I'll try to just do half so you can see the difference. Do you see how it just added that shine right back into there? And you can go over it as many times as you want. Just don't melt the whole thing. So this is the non-shiny side and this is the shiny side. Right? So that's a quick little tip if you do things like, if you do things like this. So what I'm probably going to do is just put all of these back in here and melt them down, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Like that one, that's all I had left. So it was a nice idea. This is just too thick. This is just too thick, and it works fine on the stovetop though. So if you wanted to do it on the stovetop and you wanted to try to figure out a way to keep the wax warmer longer so that you could pour, or you could probably, no, you could probably pour sections, but it's so hard because this is hard to pour out of. Anyway, I was just giving you an update. That's my thoughts. So I'm going to use it for something else. I'll use it for, I don't know what, but I'll use it for something else. But thank you again, Connie. It's a fun idea, but so far that's my experiment. That's my my experience with it. All right, so that was a quick update on my little experiment, my little lab experiment on the gift that was sent to me. And it's, you know, it's fun. It's a fun thing. I think you're supposed to use those like those big cube melting scents wax things. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Now I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm sorry. This is probably making people nervous. Okay. All right. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mat this. No, I'm actually gonna attach this down and then I'm gonna mat it. And I'm gonna come down like to maybe a little further, maybe right there. We're gonna attach the belly band down right there. So I'm gonna take the tape backing off. Might as well do both. And I missed my garbage bowl. And let me just do one side at a time. Probably should have started with this side, but is it straight? I can't tell. Is it straight? It's good enough. It's not straight, but it's good enough. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and mat this. So far, this is working out pretty good. My little makeshift little topper here. I did get your all's advice. You said that knitting needles, the silicone tips for knitting needles is what most people use. So if I happen to run across, I did look them up and I didn't see anything that struck my fancy. But if I happen to run across them in a store, I'll buy some and check it out and see if I like it better. Okay. So thank you for the, oh, what was that? So thank you so much for the advice on that. And I will certainly give it a whirl. I can't tell if that's super crooked or not. You guys, let me do, it might bother me. Let me look, let me measure. 3 1/4. No, it's straight, okay. All right. It just looks funny. I think it's because it's on a bit of a bump right here. So, yeah. I wonder, hold on. I'm gonna gently tug on this and maybe it'll come up without any arguments. Just because it looks crooked to my eye, even though the measurements were the same. Come on, let go. Yes, I could get my undo. Nobody has time for that. I'm gonna use my glue. And I'm gonna put it on the paper that just ripped up with that. Alright, so I'm just gonna go up just ever so slightly. There we go. There we go. That's better. It's probably in the exact same spot, but it looks better to my eye. Yeah, okay. All right, so I'm gonna set this aside. Or I could mat this flat part here. Ooh. And I think I will. So this one is going here. That mat's going right there. So let's just do these 2 mats really quick. And then we'll do the next fun bit that I think's fun. I think you guys are going to think it's fun. So. And then this one's going to go here. I'm not going to put this one here yet because it's going to go behind the belly band because we're going to put something down. Oh, no, I can't do that one yet either. Well, hang on. We'll just mat that and that'll be that. All right. So next step, let me put the lid on here. We are going to make a couple little pockets from these. A couple little, how am I going to do this here really quick? I'm going to score one of these, and I'm going to score, at least I think this will be right, this one and this one. And I'm going to cut these 2 apart. And I'm going to cut this side off. Wait a minute. So it's actually going to go this way. So yes. Okay, so I'm just going to take that side off and that side off. So now we have 2 pieces that are like this. So you want them to have tabs on the opposite sides of each other because they're actually going to go like this. So I guess if you really think about it, actually no, they're going to go like this. So you want, these are the tabs that are going to get stuck down. And as a matter of fact, let's put the tape down just so we know. So I'm going to put tape on these. Garnish them. And for this particular instance, I am going to overlap this corner. And you'll see why in just a minute. I'm going to overlap those, and then I'm going to just notch these. So I'm just putting that in my garbage bowl. So it's going to go like that. So we're going to take the short tab here and we're going to attach the long tab to the short tab. But don't take the tape backing off, just leave it be for now. And the same for this one. So now we have those two, so the tape's here. I'm just going to flip them up. So the tape is on this side underneath. And what we're going to do is we're going to make kind of like a little collage that we're going to kind of fussy cut around to make little corner tuck pockets. So most of, I think all of these even are part of the fussy cuts, or they could be die cuts. I think all of these are actually from the paper pad, like the cover. I'm not sure. One of them's from the 6x8 paper pad, I think. So we've got a trunk, we've got a set of books, we've got a fun clock, we've got a dress form, what are those called? We've got a measuring tape on an old like thimble type thing, and we got an old globe. So I think in order to wrap my mind around what we're doing, I think I'm going to separate the two into the groupings. Yeah, into the groupings that I have for each other. So these three are going here, and these three are going there. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to take these and put them on here. Now, like so. And like a grouping, right? We're going to overlap everything. And then we're going to like fussy cut around everything. I've already inked them up and everything, so I'm just going to go ahead and start gluing them down because I've already got my prototype, I've already got it situated. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue them down. It's just like a little cluster of embellishments. It's fun. It's kind of fun anyway. Well, I think it's fun. And we're just making like a little corner tuck, just for a little bit of something, something. Yeah, I'm looking at the thing, you guys. Make sure I get it right. Alright, we're gonna let that dry for a minute, and then we're gonna do the same over here. So this one's a little bit different, I think. Oh, yeah, this one's a little different. It's okay. We're gonna make it work. I should have cut this one a little bit different. So it should be a taller pocket versus a longer pocket. And I don't think I can change it now. So So we're just going to adjust, because I know this one's going to go here. Let's have it a little taller. Let me just glue it down. And then I believe this one's going. Does this one go first? And then this one goes here. I'll have it at a little bit of a slant. Okay. That's what I get for not paying attention, you know? Just like that. Actually, I want to make a cut really quick before this dries too much. Get my scissors. I'm going to trim this down. It wasn't quite straight, but it's good enough. I just wanted to have a little bit of a border right there. So I'm going to set that aside. And I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to go around the images I just glued down. I'm going to go around and we're going to kind of fussy cut out around those. Alright, so there's one. Those are garbage. And then here's the second one. Whoops. Scissors are getting stuck. Alright, then we're going to ink these up. Pull the book back over here. Okay, I'm gonna leave you scooched in for right now. So this one is gonna go here. And this one is gonna go here. Right? Isn't that cute? Oh, well, it'll be cuter here in just a second. So I take the tape backing off. And I'm going to pull away from the edge just a little bit. So I've got that one. And then this one. All right, I will back up a little bit and we're gonna mat those. Oh, that stupid fly is back, or gnat, or whatever it is. So we're gonna mat these 2 pages now and you'll see how cute it looks. Okay, So you just slide that up under there, and then all the tabs get hidden, and that looks lovely. All right, now we need to do some embellishing here. So let me show you what I got ready for this little embellishment cluster here. I have, from the journal spots set 1, I printed another page, and that is that. Let me show you the, I already cut out the ones that I printed off before and have put them in the album, or put them in my ephemera keeper here. So I will add, even though I had some, they're all paper, I wanted something a little bit sturdier. So I have printed it onto cardstock. So I'll cut these out too and put them into my ephemera keeper as well. So I've got this, and then I've got this die cut. Is it a die cut? Nope. Once again, fussy cut from the back of the paper pad. So if you couldn't get the die cuts, you guys, you can still, there's plenty to fussy cut, apparently. Because every single one I seem to be picking up is fussy cut from the paper pad. So this was from the cover of the paper pad. So I'm going to be using this, and then I also have all of my pretty chippies that I distress foiled, and I'll link that video right there, but it's also on the playlist. That was the last video. So I did all of them together, did like a mass make on them, and now they're ready to go, and I'm going to use one of these. So first thing though, I need to ink these up. So this is just really simple. I'm just going to put this here, I think, just like I did in my prototype. I'll put that there, and put that there. And I think that's it. Is that the only way? Is that how I did it? I think that's how I did it. Yep. I may have scooted this over a little bit. I may have the wrong size. I do. I have the wrong size. All right. Well, that's easy. I'll just cut one of these. I've got a pencil mark. I picked the wrong size, you guys. I need one of the smaller ones. Although that looks good. I don't know. Maybe we'll cut it out and see. And we'll compare. Okay, we got that. Or we got this one. I don't know, you guys. I don't know which one I like better. I kind of liked this, but then we're covering up a lot of the decorative edge. So let's go with the smaller one. So we'll do something like that. Just so you have a place to write a date or something right there. Let me scoot you in. Okay, so let's glue these down. Well, I'm going to put a glue in the middle here. I'll have to come back and glue it some more. And this, I'm going to put glue on the top and the bottom. And here we go. Let's add this last little bit. Is that straight? I can't tell. I worked it up and look. It's pretty good. All right. So, it looks great, doesn't it? I think it does. I might be a little biased, but I think it looks great. All right, I think that's all we're going to do in today's video. In the next video, we'll do all of the inserts. So there's a couple inserts for here, there's a couple inserts for here, there's a couple inserts for here. That's a whole lot of inserts. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 inserts. So we'll do those in the next video. So be sure to let me know what you think down in the comments. Be sure to give me a thumbs up if you're enjoying this video series. And make sure you check all the links and stuff that I provide in the description box and in the first pinned comment. And don't forget there's timestamps, so if you need to go back and check something out, it'll be there. And thanks so much for joining me today, you guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye.